Welcome to my channel, The World Coin. Hello and welcome, coin lovers. This channel is dedicated to the fascinating world of coins from every corner of the globe. From ancient currency to modern mints, rare finds to everyday coins, we explore their history, design, and hidden stories. So subscribe now and join our growing community of coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious minds. I have 3 videos of half dollar. So let's get started. The 1991 United States half dollar coin, officially known as the Kennedy half dollar, is an important modern American coin that represents both history and continuity in United States coinage. This coin belongs to the Kennedy half dollar series, which was first introduced in 1964 to honor President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, following his tragic assassination in November 1963. The emotional impact of Kennedy's death led the American public and government to act quickly, and within months, his image was placed on the half-dollar coin. By the year 1991, the Kennedy half dollar had already been in production for nearly 3 decades and had become a symbol of remembrance, respect, and American legacy rather than a commonly used circulating coin. During this period, half dollars were rarely seen in everyday transactions, as most people preferred quarters, dimes, and paper currency. As a result, many 1991 half dollars were saved directly from banks, making them common in uncirculated condition but uncommon in daily use. The 1991 Kennedy half dollar has a face value of 50 cents, $1/2, and was minted by the United States Mint at 2 locations, Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, and Denver, D Mint Mark. There was also a special proof version minted at San Francisco, S Mint Mark, which was made specifically for collectors and not for circulation. The composition of the 1991 half dollar is clad, meaning it is made from multiple layers of metal rather than precious silver. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, while the inner core is pure copper. This composition gives the coin a silver-like appearance while keeping production costs low. The total weight of the coin is 11.34 grams, and it has a diameter of 30.61 millimeters, making it one of the largest coins regularly produced by the U.S. Mint at the time. The coin's edge is reeded, which helps prevent counterfeiting and provides a distinctive feel. The obverse front side of the 1991 half dollar features a detailed left-facing portrait of John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, who was the chief engraver of the United States Mint. Kennedy's portrait is dignified and realistic, reflecting his youthful leadership and calm personality. Surrounding the portrait is the word liberty, which symbolizes freedom, democracy, and the core values of the United States. The national motto, "In God We Trust," appears split on both sides of Kennedy's neck, and the year 1991 is displayed clearly at the bottom. The design has remained mostly unchanged since 1964, which shows how iconic and respected Kennedy's image is in American culture. The reversed back side of the 1991 half dollar was designed by Frank Gasparo, another highly respected engraver of the U.S. Mint. The reverse design features the presidential seal of the United States, with a powerful bald eagle holding an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, symbolizing peace and military strength. A shield is placed on the eagle's chest, representing protection and unity. Above the eagle is a ring of stars, symbolizing the states of the Union. The words, United States of America, and half dollar, surround the design, clearly identifying the coin's country and denomination. The reverse design reinforces national pride, strength, and continuity of leadership. In terms of mintage, millions of 1991 half dollars were produced, especially at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Because of this high production, the coin is not rare in circulated condition. However, collectors still value the 1991 half dollar for its historical place in the Kennedy series, its large size, and its strong visual appeal. Most circulated examples are worth face value, but uncirculated coins can be worth slightly more, especially those with sharp details and original mint luster. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint are more valuable and are often found in protective cases. These proof coins have mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs, making them highly attractive to collectors. Some collectors search for error coins from 1991, such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchettes, or weak strikes. While such errors are uncommon, they can significantly increase a coin's value depending on the type and severity of the error. Additionally, coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC in very high mint state grades can sell for higher prices in the collector market. The 1991 Kennedy Half Dollar also holds educational and cultural value. It teaches younger generations about President Kennedy, American history, and the evolution of U.S. coinage. Even though half dollars are not commonly used today, they remain legal tender and can still be obtained from banks. Many collectors enjoy assembling complete date and mint collections of Kennedy half dollars, and the 1991 issue is an essential part of such collections. In conclusion, the 1991 United States half-dollar coin is not just a piece of currency but a symbol of remembrance, national pride, and historical continuity. While it may not be made of silver or considered rare, it carries deep historical meaning and remains an important coin for collectors and history lovers alike. Its large size, classic design, and connection to one of America's most admired presidents make it a lasting and respected part of U.S. numismatic history. Next video. The 1983 United States half-dollar coin, officially known as the Kennedy half dollar, is an important modern coin in American numismatic history and belongs to the long-running Kennedy half dollar series. This series was first introduced in 1964 as a tribute to President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, following his assassination in November 1963. The decision to place Kennedy's portrait on the half dollar was made very quickly because of the strong emotional connection the American public felt toward him. By the time the 1983 Kennedy half dollar was minted, the series had already been in existence for nearly 20 years and had become a familiar and respected part of U.S. coinage. However, by the early 1980s, half dollars were no longer commonly used in everyday commerce. Most Americans preferred quarters and dollar bills, and as a result, many half dollars were produced mainly for storage, bank reserves, and collectors rather than daily circulation. The face value of the 1983 half dollar is 50 cents, or 1/2 of a United States dollar, and it was produced by the United States Mint at two primary minting facilities: Philadelphia, which issued coins without a mint mark, and Denver, which issued coins bearing the D mint mark. In addition to these business strike coins, proof versions of the 1983 half dollar were produced at the San Francisco Mint, carrying the S mint mark. These proof coins were specially struck using polished dies and planchettes and were sold directly to collectors as part of official proof sets. Proof coins were not intended for circulation and are known for their sharp details, frosted designs, and mirror-like backgrounds. The composition of the 1983 Kennedy half dollar is copper-nickel clad, which means it is not made of silver. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. This composition had been standard for half dollars since 1971, after the U.S. Mint ended the use of silver in circulating half dollars due to rising silver prices. The coin has a weight of 11.34 grams, a diameter of 30.61 millimeters, and a reeded edge, which gives it a distinctive feel and helps prevent counterfeiting. Its large size makes it one of the most visually impressive modern U.S. coins. The obverse, or front side, of the 1983 half dollar features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, who was the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time the series was introduced. Kennedy's portrait is strong, dignified, and realistic, reflecting his youth, confidence, and leadership. The word, liberty, curves around the upper edge of the coin, symbolizing freedom and democratic values. The national motto, "In God We Trust," appears split on both sides of Kennedy's neck, and the date 1983 is clearly displayed at the bottom of the coin. This design remained consistent throughout the Kennedy half dollar series, making it one of the longest-running unchanged designs in modern U.S. coinage. The reverse, or back side, of the 1983 Kennedy half dollar was designed by Frank Gasparo, who later became chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The reverse design features the presidential seal of the United States, centered around a powerful bald eagle with outstretched wings. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon, symbolizing peace, and arrows in the other talon, representing military strength and readiness. A shield on the eagle's chest represents protection and unity of the nation. Above the eagle is a ring of stars representing the states of the Union. The inscriptions, United States of America, and half dollar, appear around the design, clearly identifying the issuing country and denomination. This reverse design emphasizes national pride, strength, and continuity of American leadership. One of the most important facts about the 1983 Kennedy half dollar is that no uncirculated mint sets were issued by the U.S. Mint in 1982 or 1983. This makes high-quality uncirculated examples of the 1983 half dollar more difficult to find than many other modern issues. As a result, collectors often place extra interest on well-preserved 1983 half dollars, especially those with strong luster and minimal wear. While the coin is still not considered rare, finding it in high mint state condition can be more challenging than finding coins from surrounding years. In terms of value, most circulated 1983 half dollars are worth face value, which is 50 cents. However, uncirculated examples can sell for more, depending on condition, strike quality, and eye appeal. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are more valuable and are often collected as part of complete proof sets. Coins that have been professionally graded by services such as PCGS or NGC and receive high mint state grades can command significantly higher prices among collectors. Collectors also search for error varieties from 1983, including off-center strikes, double die obverse or reverse, clipped planchettes, weak strikes, and other minting errors. These error coins are uncommon, but when found, they can be quite valuable depending on the type and severity of the error. Error coins add excitement to collecting and provide insight into the minting process. The 1983 Kennedy half dollar holds cultural and educational importance as well. It reflects a period in American history when coin usage habits were changing, and it serves as a reminder of President Kennedy's lasting influence on the nation. Many collectors today enjoy building full-date and mint collections of Kennedy half dollars, and the 1983 issue is an essential and sometimes challenging part of such collections due to the lack of mint sets that year. In conclusion, the 1983 United States half dollar coin is a meaningful and historically important piece of modern American coinage. While it does not contain silver and is not extremely rare, it stands out because of its historical context, classic design, and the special circumstances surrounding its production. Its connection to President John F. Kennedy, combined with its role in the evolution of U.S. currency, makes it a valuable coin for collectors, historians, and anyone interested in American numismatics. Next video. The 1976 United States half-dollar coin is one of the most famous and historically important modern American coins and is officially known as the Kennedy Bicentennial Half Dollar. This special coin was issued to celebrate the 200th anniversary, bicentennial, of the independence of the United States of America. The year 1776 marks the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and 1976 marked 200 years of American freedom, democracy, and nationhood. To honor this historic milestone, the United States Mint decided to redesign the reverse sides of three major coins: the quarter dollar, the half dollar, and the $1 coin. The half dollar received one of the most unique and patriotic designs ever used on U.S. coinage. The bicentennial half dollar carries the dual date, 1776-1976, instead of a single year. Even though the coin is commonly called the 1976 half dollar, these coins were actually minted in both 1975 and 1976, but none carry the date 1975. Every bicentennial half dollar, regardless of the year it was produced, displays 1776-1976 on the obverse. This makes it the only U.S. half dollar with a dual date, and one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The coin has a face value of 50 cents, or one-half of a U.S. dollar, and it belongs to the Kennedy half dollar series, which began in 1964 to honor President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. Kennedy's portrait remained on the obverse for the bicentennial issue, maintaining continuity and respect for his legacy, while the reverse design was completely changed to reflect the bicentennial celebration. The obverse front side of the 1776-1976 half dollar features the familiar left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, the former chief engraver of the United States Mint. The portrait shows Kennedy with a strong, dignified, and calm expression, symbolizing leadership, hope, and national unity. Around the top edge of the coin appears the word, liberty, representing freedom, which is a core American value. The national motto, "In God We Trust," is displayed on both sides of Kennedy's neck, and below the portrait is the special dual date, 1776-1976, marking the bicentennial. This combination of Kennedy's image and the bicentennial date creates a powerful link between America's founding ideals and its modern history. The reverse back side of the Bicentennial Half Dollar is what truly makes this coin special and unique. Instead of the traditional presidential seal used on regular Kennedy half dollars, the reverse features a colonial drummer boy, a symbol of the American Revolutionary War. The design was created by Seth G. Huntington, whose artwork was selected through a national design competition. The drummer boy represents the courage, determination, and sacrifice of the early American patriots who fought for independence. Behind the drummer is a victory torch, surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. Around the design are the inscriptions, "United States of America," and "Half Dollar." This reverse design is deeply patriotic and emotionally powerful, making it one of the most loved designs in U.S. coinage. The 1976 Bicentennial Half Dollar was produced at 3 U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia Mint No Mint Mark, Denver Mint D Mint Mark, San Francisco Mint S Mint Mark. Coins from Philadelphia and Denver were primarily intended for circulation, while San Francisco produced proof coins and special silver-clad collector versions. This makes the Bicentennial Half Dollar unique because it exists in both copper nickel-clad and silver-clad compositions. The standard circulating Bicentennial Half Dollar is made of copper nickel-clad, with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. These coins weigh 11.34 grams, have a diameter of 30.61 millimeters, and a reeded edge. However, special collector versions produced at the San Francisco Mint were struck in 40% silver, similar to Kennedy half dollars made between 1965 and 1970. These silver versions are heavier, weigh about 11.50 grams, and are highly desirable among collectors. In terms of mintage, hundreds of millions of bicentennial half dollars were produced, making them very common today. Because so many were saved as souvenirs of the bicentennial celebration, many examples remain in excellent condition. As a result, most circulated copper-nickel bicentennial half dollars are worth face value, 50 cents. However, uncirculated coins, proof coins, and especially 40% silver bicentennial half dollars are worth more, depending on condition and silver prices. Collectors also search for error coins among the 1776-1976 half dollars. Errors such as double die strikes, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, clipped planchettes, and weak strikes can significantly increase a coin's value. Professionally graded coins from services like PCGS or NGC, especially in high mint state grades, can sell for premium prices. The bicentennial half dollar holds enormous historical, cultural, and educational value. It represents a moment when the entire nation paused to celebrate its origins, its struggles, and its achievements over 2 centuries. These coins were widely collected by Americans as keepsakes, making them a symbol of national pride. Even today, they are often used in classrooms, history lessons, and coin collections to teach about the American Revolution and the bicentennial celebration. In conclusion, the 1976-1976 United States bicentennial half dollar is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of 200 years of American independence, a tribute to the nation's founding ideals, and a lasting reminder of unity and freedom. While it is not rare, its unique design, dual date, and historical significance make it one of the most beloved and recognizable coins in U.S. history. Whether kept as a souvenir, studied as a historical artifact, or collected for its beauty, the bicentennial Kennedy half dollar remains a proud and enduring part of American numismatic heritage. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.